Speaking to me now, Sean McGoldrick. Sean, your last fight didn't go the way you wanted. What have you learned about yourself from that fight, and what's your thoughts going forward?
My last fight was disappointing. I was disappointed in my own performance. I know I'm a lot better than that, but that's taken nothing away from Samba. Samba boxed really well on the night, and he done everything perfectly. So I gotta give a massive amount of credit to him and the way he boxed. In terms of myself, though, there's tactical aspects which me and Jamie have been working on in the gym to improve and to get better. So that's been the main focus of the camp, is to improve me as a fighter, and then also just to be able to deal with pressure and stuff a little bit better, so the psychological side of it, if you like. So yeah, just dealing with professional boxing and what comes with professional boxing, the media, the cameras, the fans, the TVs, and all the pressure of just professional boxing in general, which I wasn't used to from the amateurs. So it's just about learning to deal with all that, and something which I've been practicing in trying to deal with, So yeah, just trying to improve myself as a boxer first, and then obviously to deal with all the external things that come with professional boxing naturally.
So have you actually watched the fight back, or is that something your trainer does? How do you work it?
Yeah. So I didn't watch it back for a few months afterwards. I was just that disappointed, and I couldn't face it. But then I watched it back. Just a few simple mistakes, really. Nothing drastic to change. Nothing major. I actually watched it back and thought, it's not as bad as I actually thought it was. And that's not saying that I boxed well by any means, but that's how I thought the fight was in my mind was a lot worse than what it actually was. So I was probably a little bit too hard on myself, even though I did lose. It wasn't a great performance. I understand that. It was disappointing. But I was probably even harder on myself than what it actually was.
So what was your trainer, Jamie Moore, saying to sort of boost you up after that defeat? What was his advice? What sort of knowledge was he passing on to you?
So just loads of things. So I'll probably be guilty of I always want to try and learn off people, so I'm always asking questions, always trying to learn. But then when you're asking questions, you're learning. How much am I actually listening, taking things in, and then am I trying to learn too much? This is me previously, so Jamie would feed me as much knowledge as probably as I would ask him. So he'd give me a lot of knowledge to take away and stuff like that from the gym, and then it would be up to me really to go away from that, and then think about what he's saying, and not just sort of think just because we've done something in the gym, think that I can do that. I got to work on things, practice things, and take away what he's actually saying to me. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's been more me sort of. I always listen. I don't mean that in that way, but me more taking away what he's saying to me and actually implementing it, and trusting what he's saying and doing it in my sparring, doing it on my bag work, do it when, Jamie's not just on the pads with me, do you know what I mean? So there's been plenty to work on. With a Samba who sort of sat on the back foot, against me and just waiting for me to come. As I come, then you did me with the counters or punches I punch. When I punch with a single, he would punch in twos or threes, and it just sort of deterred me a little bit, do you know what I mean? Whereas what I should have been doing was going through the gears. I should have been nudging. I should have been busy with my jab. But I remember when I was actually in the ring, I didn't feel like I could do them things. I felt not tired as in physically tired, but tired as in mentally tired. So I think I just probably overtrained a little bit, or not overtrained as in physically overtrained, but overtrained my mind mentally, probably done my own head in, just trying to get everything right, trying to be a perfectionist when we all know perfection is non-existent, do you know what I mean? So, again, this is just me learning about myself. In the last few weeks or last few months, I've learned a lot about myself. So, but I'm excited to be back now. I took a bit of time out, and like I said, I learned a lot about myself, and I'm excited to be boxing this Saturday, and then excited to be boxing on May the 9th, both in Cardiff. So it's good opportunities for me.
I mean, did this defeat make you question your involvement in the sport of boxing?
Yeah, definitely. So I think naturally, sort of after any defeat, you gotta analyze and assess things. So straight away, my analysis of it was how bad I was and that I wasn't good enough. Like, do you know what I mean? But then when I actually realised what I've actually done in boxing, from 18-year-old winning come-out games, and then through the years getting onto the GB squad and stuff like that. I've been at the highest level of amateur boxing. That doesn't mean I'll get to the highest level of professional boxing, but I know boxing is still boxing to a certain degree. So if you've got a certain level of ability or a certain level of whatever you want to call it in the ring, then you've got that in professional or amateur. I haven't really shown in professional yet, so I think this is me as sort of my second chance now at boxing, and I feel like it's really time to sort of fulfill my potential as a professional boxer. As an amateur, I probably did fulfill it. I would have liked to have gone to the Olympics, which I didn't make, but as an amateur, I probably did fulfill my potential. 2 Commonwealth Games, boxed all over the country, for Wales and Great Britain. So, I'm very proud of that. So, but now is about the professionals and how I use that experience to better me in the pro game. I think I think that's what I need to do more of as well. Like, do you know what I mean? So it is. I did question it, but not for very long. Sort of, it was just like, it was more like, am I good enough? Or I'm not good enough, And then as soon as I realised what I've done and give myself a bit of confidence again, then I realised I am good enough and I can achieve all my dreams. All I got to do is just stay focused on me, keep it simple, and yeah, just forget about all the external pressures and learn to deal with them and learn to deal with things a bit better,
So you're boxing on May the 9th in the Matchroom show in Cardiff. Big show, first time Matchroom have had a show like this in Cardiff for a very long time. Have you got an opponent yet for that date?
No opponent, no. I'm not even sure what sort of rounds I'll be doing yet. So I'm boxing this Saturday first, which is a 6-rounder. That's got my full focus. So I'll be focused on that first, and then I'm sure next week then we'll get down to what sort of rounds we'll be doing, what opponent I'll be facing, and yeah, I'm sure we'll sort all my managers sort all that out next week for me.
So ideally, would you want what type of opponent would you want? Would you want something, just an opponent you can learn off, or would you want to fight where someone's going to be in there looking to win, basically, not a journeyman? What type of guy would you like to be fighting?
Again, it all goes off this Saturday. So if Jamie, this is another thing which I've also got to do, is put a bit of trust in people, around me, like, do you know what I mean? So after Saturday, the idea is for Saturday is to get in with someone who's going to learn me a few things, go 6 rounds, and sort of just get me back in the ring. So after that on Saturday, then I'm going to leave it up to Jamie and my manager then to sort of say, right, we want to step you back up now into your next fight, and we want someone who's going to come and have a go, or we want to go along the route of another journeyman. So, I got to put a bit of trust in them and trust what they say to me. They've been involved in boxing a lot longer than me, and I got to trust that. And just for me, I'm over eager. I want to fight the big fights. I want to be involved in them massive fights, and obviously you see the headline, the top table there today. I want to be up there. I want to be fighting for a title. But at the same time, it's a process, and in boxing, I think everything's about timing. So I just got to slow things down a little bit, trust people around me, and trust that they'll pick the right time for me.
Okay, Ciaran, good to talk to you today, mate. Good luck on your fight on Saturday and, of course, the 9th, and probably catch up with you sometime in the future.